Moses, hottest one chosen, Southside and frozen, and everybody noticed. I fly like a locust. Back in the day, I was riding that Lotus, coasting, sipping on the potion, moving in a motion that was similar to ocean. If you disagree, you want to stick for the roasting. The streets with the show, so you know that I'm hosting. Play as a chicken, so of course I'm coaching. I'm high right now, nigga, please don't approach me. And I'm just spitting, man, none of this is written. Due to one of my boot, this ill shit I'm kicking, and I'm just spitting. I love it, the fly that I'm bugging. Glock 9 stay with me, call that shit my cousin. Yo, hold up. Stop the beat. Stop the beat. I'm just rapping. What's going on, everybody? Dap me up, Hairy Knuckles, and all. We got an exciting show today, and we are going to be doing something new. This show has taken new heights, so we're going to talk about it. First, I want to get into the chat. We got Jazz, Ab. Who is this? Oh, man, wrong time, man. We got Jazz, we got Ab, we got John, we got Petrix, all in the building. Shout out to y'all. Burn up the damn chat. I see y'all there. Now, few things I want to get to because we got to get to the show, and we're going to have a timed show. We're actually having a lot of different people asking a lot of questions. Why the views getting high? And we having people want sponsorship, so we got to be very professional. Okay. First things first. There are a lot of people on the Twitch channel. I want to get to the Twitch channel first. I have 9 requests here to fulfill 4 games. Had an issue where didn't have access to the keys. I do now. So you guys are taken care of. Okay. I want to get people taken care of. So that is for the Twitch people. Next, we are going to be trying to have this entire show timed. So like I told you, we want to go through the show very quickly through each subject, and we want to get right, it's going to be very snappy. Nate Mo, what's going on? Good to see you there, Nate Mo. I see Ab, I redeemed the game. I got you, Ab. I got you right after this. So, for those who do not know, we have a lot of different upgrades and things we've done. The biggest thing I want to mention before getting directly into Gaming Going Wild is that we have done in this week alone, and this is just YouTube, I want to say. YouTube, we've done over 65,000 views in short clips just alone on YouTube. That is huge. Can we get what sound do I got here?
Round 2.
There we go. I'll take it.
Fight.
You know what I mean? And that's not including TikTok. That's not including Facebook. That's not including Instagram. That's, so we have a lot of things. So I want to thank you guys for that. But nonetheless, that's all to you guys. We want to keep the show going. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm actually ahead of time. See, I got the schedule timed, but I want to move into it. As long as I got a little time ahead, why not go ahead? So let's jump straight into Gaming Gone Bucking Wild. This is a segment where I get very serious. Here we go. Now, I want to know, I may be able to get away without the headset here. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get away without the headset. I can't hear what sounds are going on, but if I can get away without the headset, a little more professional. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead, and if I have not discussed with everybody, first of all, Shane, good to see you, Melbourne, Australia, in the house. I love to see people all the way from other countries, man. We have a lot of people tuning in from other countries. Melbourne, Australia, I'll be there, Shane. I'll check you out, man. All right? Gaming Going Wild is a segment where we cover gaming crimes weekly. We want to make sure they're weekly crimes. They're only weekly crimes. Sometimes we do updates on crimes that happened before, but we want to keep it recent because there's not enough coverage around video games, and especially like local crimes and things that happen around video games. A lot of things on Facebook Marketplace. You got a lot of trading cards being stolen from different, mom and pop shops. So we want to go ahead and emphasize a lot of different things here on Gaming Going Wild. So without further ado, let's get to the first topic. Now, I'm going to say it feels kind of weird not having the sound, not hearing myself back. It feels, I'm not used to this, right? I'm trying to be more professional here, okay? But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into the first topic here. You guys see it on screen. Hopefully we got everything right. Making sure we got it. Okay, seems like we're good here. All right. So everybody should be able to see on screen right now. A fatal shooting tied to a night of playing Call of Duty just took a dramatic turn in court. All right. A judge has abruptly halted sentencing in a case involving two sheriff deputies, a firearm, and a moment that turned deadly for everyone involved. A former Brevard County Sheriff's deputy, Andrew Lawson, hope I got that right, I ain't messing nothing up, has now withdrawn his guilty plea in the 2022 fatal shooting of his friend and fellow deputy, Austin Walsh. Now, the decision came after a judge ruled she could not move forward with sentencing under the terms of the plea agreement, believe it or not. Now, the shooting happened in December of 2022 inside an apartment in Palm Bay, Florida. Lawson and Walsh were not only co-workers with Brevard County Sheriff's Office, they were close friends and also roommates. On the night of the incident, both men were off duty and had been playing Call of Duty, go figure, a first-person shooter video game, when the situation escalated. Walsh was just 23 years old at the time. I want you to get a picture, okay? Now, according to investigators, the two had taken a break from the game and were standing around talking when Lawson picked up a handgun. And this handgun he had recently purchased. Lawson later told authorities that he believed at that moment the gun was unloaded. Court documents and testimony show that Lawson pointed the firearm at Walsh and pulled the trigger, believing it would not fire, almost as if a joke. When nothing happened, he manipulated the slide on the gun and pulled the trigger a second time. What do you think happened on the second time? The second pull fired a round that struck Walsh in the head, instantly unaliving him. Now, Lawson was charged with manslaughter in January of 2023 and later entered a guilty plea as part of a deal that capped his potential prison sentence at 7 years. But during a 4-hour court hearing, emotional victim impact statements were delivered by Walsh's family, and they strongly opposed the plea agreement and urged the court to either impose the maximum sentence or send the case to trial. Testimony also included statements from a Brevard County Sheriff's Office commander, who then explained that deputies are trained under what is known as the laser rule. Okay? Now, that rule means a firearm should never be pointed at someone unless there is an intent to shoot, and that all guns should always be treated as loaded. After the hearing, after hearing all the testimony, Judge Michelle Neighborhouse, and I believe that's how you pronounce the name, ruled that she could not move forward anymore with sentencing under the current plea agreement. Now, I don't know where that's happened at, that's the first time I know. But as a result, Lawson withdrew his guilty plea at the conclusion of the hearing. Lawson's defense attorney later said that nearly 4 decades of legal practice, he had never seen a judge ever reject a plea agreement in this way. And believe it or not, the judge herself reportedly said that this was the first time that she had ever done so. So it's not something that she has done before or even takes lightly. With the plea withdrawn, the case now moves into uncertain territory. And if prosecutors proceed to trial and Lawson is convicted of manslaughter with the firearm, he could face up to 30 years in prison. The case also raises broader questions around firearm responsibility, even among trained law enforcement officers, and the consequences of treating weapons casually in non-duty environments. So you always talk about the casual person holding a weapon. What about your trained law enforcement officers holding a weapon? What began as a night of gaming between friends, I guess, has become a high-profile legal case with serious implications. Implications. Okay, I'm trying to work this journalistic, okay? But it has some serious implications. I think the next court hearing is scheduled for March 18th, and whether this ends in a new plea deal or not, I'm not sure. But it might end in a full trial. The outcome, regardless, will carry a lasting effect. I just want to say this case is very amazing to show the difference in what can happen to someone who is not law enforcement versus someone who is law enforcement being involved in an act like this. I do agree the plea agreement is kind of crazy, and to be able to unalive somebody, to be able to be out in 7 years, you know what I'm saying? And then you got time served. You might be able to get out right now. That's crazy. If that was an average person, they would not be able to get out like that. And they were saying, hey, they were friends, but we don't know how this went. We weren't actually there in the building. Everyone there went over the testimony, and this judge was not hearing that plea agreement. So we'll see how this goes on later on. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And hopefully we're doing this good, okay? I'm trying to get everything back to, being, like I said, professional, okay? Real professional here. Now, this next one, I'm glad everybody's able to see the video on screen. I love these, okay? I actually don't love them for the people involved, but I love just being able to see actually the raw footage. That is something I love to see. So a South Suburban gaming parlor has been burglarized for the second time this month. Yes. And surveillance video shows just how fast and destructive the crime was. Police in Crestwood, Illinois are investigating a break-in at Patriot Pub and Gaming Parlor located near 141st Street and Cicero Avenue. Now, and this is according to the owner, thieves smashed through the front doors, believe it or not, and windows around 4 o'clock Thursday morning. Surveillance video even shows a group of masked suspects storming inside with sledgehammers, swinging at video game machines. I mean, they were acting as if this video game machine was a piggy bank and you're a kid and they were trying to break it. It's very amazing how they were doing this. Now, guess how long the entire break-in lasted? The entire break-in lasted just less than 3 minutes. Okay? The burglars made off with an unspecified amount now of cash, but left behind thousands of dollars in damage. Michael Anthony, the manager of the business, described the scene as chaos. He said suspects were jumping on machines, swinging sledgehammers, smashing everything in sight. And before you know it, they were driving away as if nothing happened. In total, as many as 8 to 12 suspects were seen wearing masks and hoodies, and remarkably, they even left sledgehammers behind. Wow. This wasn't an isolated incident, though, believe it or not. Told you it was the second time this month, all right? So, the same business was hit by the same thieves. You can't make this stuff up, folks. And it's part of a much larger pattern. According to the Illinois Gaming Board, burglaries targeting video game establishments or video gaming establishments are on the rise statewide. In 2023, there were 358 reported gaming businesses burglarized. And in 2024, that number jumped to 473, which is a 32% increase. That is nasty work, okay? At Patriot Pub and Gaming Parlor, the gaming machines themselves are owned by a separate gaming company, believe it or not, meaning the stolen cash does not belong to the business. Damn, you're stealing from the wrong people. But the cost of the repairs does belong to the business, and that's not right. The owner says the business is now facing thousands of dollars in damage, lost time, and disruption. Crestwood police have not yet released details about any suspects or arrests. The Illinois Gaming Board says it takes these crimes seriously, but does not provide security for individual gaming locations, which is something I have urged for a very long time. As this investigation continues, the case highlights a growing concern for gaming establishments all across Illinois, where small businesses are left to absorb the damage while organized smash and grab crews move quickly and vanish, and they got all the cash, and these small mom and pop shops are left with nothing. Police say the investigation remains ongoing. Go figure. and anyone with information is encouraged to contact authorities. This is, for those who do not know, born and raised Chicago, Illinois, not too far from home. I will tell you, not surprising. If there's a will, there's a way. But the thing is, there's a lot of targeted attacks on businesses, especially that are unattended, where people are not there. So a lot of people think it's just casinos. It's not just casinos. There's a lot of these mom and pop shops who might have gambling machines there, right? It might be, you might have an Asian cuisine that might have some gambling machines inside. You might have a gas station. You might have just a corner store, different places with these machines involved. And excuse me, I apologize about that. You have different places with these machines involved. And when that happens, you unfortunately take the risk of these machines getting damaged, and the money doesn't even belong to you. Nasty work. That's it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, this one, I'm telling you guys, it gets better. It only goes uphill. I told you, I made this show to make sure we go uphill. We are on a time schedule, and we have a lot of people, a lot of different sponsorships, a lot of different things coming along. We're growing in views. We need to make sure we keep everything professional, so we want to stay this way, okay? I thank everybody for tuning in. If you can, right now, if you're tuning in right now, hit the like, share out the content wherever you may be, and help us grow, and you're helping all of us, and we all family, okay? So this next one is very disturbing, and some people may remember this a while ago, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the current updates of it. A Florida case that drew national attention over disturbing allegations tied to online gaming has taken a dramatic turn in court. Prosecutors have dropped 3 homicide-related charges against a Pensacola woman accused of instructing a child to seriously harm an infant through online messages linked to the video game platform Roblox. 37-year-old Tara Sykes, or Tara Sykes, not sure to pronounce that, we'll go with Tara. 37-year-old Tara Sykes accepted a plea deal this week, bringing an end to one of the most unsettling cases involving gaming and child safety in recent years. If you have not heard about it, we're going to discuss it right now. Court records show the state dropped charges, including principal to attempted first-degree premeditated murder and solicitation of first-degree premeditated murder, along with a child cruelty charge. Sykes instead pleaded no contest to a single count of child neglect. Do y'all hear me right now? A single count of child neglect. She was sentenced to 11 months and 30 days in county jail with credit for 462 days already. Y'all do the math. She about to go. Forget she about to go, right? She gone. She gone. The case began in October of 2024 when investigators say Sykes communicated with a 10-year-old child through online messaging and gave instructions on how to harm a 2-month-old infant. Authorities say the child later dropped the infant, who suffered serious injuries but ultimately survived. At the time, the Escambia County Sheriff described the case as one of the most disturbing he had ever seen in more than 4 decades of law enforcement. That's 40 damn years. Investigators initially alleged that the communication took place using Roblox, which everybody knows is a popular online gaming platform with millions of child users worldwide, and many of you have children who are probably using Roblox right now. However, Roblox later told reporters that it found no evidence showing that alleged violent conversations occurred on its platform. That is not the first time we've heard that from Roblox. That distinction, though, became a key issue in the case, believe it or not. As the legal process unfolded, prosecutors ultimately moved forward with a reduced charge, resulting in the plea deal announced this week. Despite the dropped homicide charges, Sykes remains in custody without bond as she faces a separate child neglect case later this year. Okay, so she's not going right away. That earlier case stems from allegations that she allowed, okay? I want y'all guys to hear me on this, okay? Guys and girls. The earlier case stems from allegations that she allowed an adult man, okay, an adult man to live in her home after learning he had impregnated her underage daughter, who investigators said who was also suffering from malnutrition. Y'all got to hear me on this. Can I get that back? Can I get that back one more time? That is nasty work. The earlier case stemmed from allegations that she allowed an adult man to live in her home after learning he had impregnated her underage daughter, who investigators say was also suffering from malnutrition. In addition, Sykes is facing an extortion charge after deputies say she demanded money from the man's family under the threat of harm of police involvement. The case has reignited broader concerns about child safety and online communication and the limits of platform oversight in gaming spaces frequently used by minors, just like Roblox. In a response to similar incidents, Roblox implemented expanded safety measures in late 2024, also some this year. A lot of people may have seen where you needed to actually show your ID, including restricted messaging for users under 13. They have increased parental tools. There's a lot of different things that Roblox has implemented. I don't know if they work, but they have them there. Now, Sykes is scheduled to return to court again, all right, in April as the remaining cases against her proceed. While the chapter has closed with the plea deal, the outcome has left many questioning how such cases are charged, how they are prosecuted, and where responsibility ultimately lies when online platforms and adult influence and child safety intersect all in one. I have to say I am very interested to hear what happens to Miss Sykes here. I'm going to be honest. I think she is a sick individual. This is my personal opinion. I do not know her personally, though. Sykes, I'm actually, I may just reach out. Hopefully you can hear this. I want to hear more. I want to know, what is your mindset? What actually happened? Maybe we can get more details and we'll find out. But guys, we will stay up to date on this case. I will have more for you on this. But let's go ahead. I do want to get to the chat. We have something to chat here. Okay. She doesn't need to get out ever. Strong words. I don't want to have to say anything on record. Okay. So everything comes allegedly. Allegedly, if she did this, yes, I do believe she needs to stay behind bars. I actually think she has mental issues. I'm a person that, I think that jail is not a place for mental rehabilitation. We do need to put more money into mental rehabilitation facilities. I'm a big component of that. I know people might think, just put them behind jail. I do think a lot of people need to be rehabilitated. Mental illness is real. I know, but let's move on. I'm not going to get into a tangent. All right. We are doing great on time, guys. Right now, if you are tuning in, can you do me a favor and go ahead and hit the like and share button, and we'll go ahead and continue going. All right. This one, I told you, it's only going uphill. Only going uphill from here. And this one, I couldn't even believe. You got video. You guys can see it on screen now. Surveillance video out of Charlotte is great, y'all, because it's drawing attention this week after a break-in at a popular arcade bar was caught entirely on camera. The owners of Super Abari Game Bar, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, okay? But the owners of Super Abari Game Bar are now asking for the public's help identifying a man they believe may be responsible for multiple break-ins, okay? So it would help out maybe possible other businesses. According to the business, the incident happened Sunday night, just before 9 o'clock, along Siegel Avenue in North Charlotte. Video posted by the bar shows a man wearing a hoodie, kicking at the front door, and throwing a rock at the glass. Multiple times now, all right? So it wasn't just one time. Before finally forcing his way inside of the establishment. Once inside, the suspect moves directly behind the bar and grabs several bottles of liquor before walking away from the building. I don't know if this guy just wanted a couple drinks. Okay, that's what happened. The entire incident plays out in a matter of moments. Bar owners say this is not the first time they've dealt with a break-in, and they suspect that this actual person may be the same individual responsible for a previous incident at their establishment. Okay, and I'm very curious. They might just be. So far, no arrests have been announced. Okay, but Charlotte Mecklenburg. Okay, I hope I pronounced that correctly. That's a very tough one to say. Okay, that's Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department have been contacted and are reviewing the case, but investigators have not confirmed whether any suspects have even been identified. While the stolen items appear limited to liquor, the damage caused by forcing entry can be far more costly for the establishment. This is something we went through many times. It's going to be way more costly for small independent businesses, way more than it's going to be for somewhere big like Walmart. I don't know what much else we can say on this. For arcade bars like Super Abari, the impact goes beyond repairs. These venues rely on specialized equipment, vintage arcade cabinets, and tightly controlled environments that aren't easily replaced or quickly reopened after vandalism. Sometimes these places have to shut down for the day, which is costing them money across the country. Okay, this is for everybody. Now, arcade bars and gaming lounges have become frequent targets for quick smash and grab crimes, often because offenders believe cash, alcohol, or machines can be taken fast way before the police arrive. In this case, video shows the suspect heading straight for the bar. They already knew where to go, suggesting that the break-in may have been planned rather than random. Super Abari's owners have urged anyone who recognizes the suspect or has information to contact the police. As of now, the investigation remains ongoing. And for gaming communities, this serves as another reminder that the spaces built around games, nostalgia, nightlife, all are still vulnerable. Okay, I don't care if you have video gaming gambling machines, if you just have video game machines. When doors close and cameras are all that stand in the way, they're coming. And that, everybody, is gaming gone wild. Now you guys can see how we did that. So look at the person walking across the street. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the person walking across the street was nasty work. I'm not gonna lie. That was nasty work. So you see how we're going through the segments. We're being very more professional. So we're gonna go ahead directly and move right into the next one. I told you it's a time show now. Everybody, if you are here right now, do me a favor. We're moving on to the next topic. Can you do me a favor and go ahead and hit the like, the share, all the good stuff, okay? And please do that. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, and I'm trying to do this all with Stream Deck. There may be some things I have to do some adjustments for. Soon I will have it where I can press the buttons and everything goes at once. But right now, I'm just kind of going through what I have in front of me. Okay, and this one's going to be a new one for us. Okay, all right. So this is a new topic, guys. This is called Checkpoint Rundown. And I know we're always trying to implement new things, new topics as we continue to grow with thousands of views. I mean, millions of views throughout the year. We want to now hit tens of millions of views. In order to do that, we have to be able to hit good things. So in Checkpoint Rundown, we're going to be talking about everything within the gaming industry. It does not matter what it is. We're going to talk about it, and it is quick, pop, and in a hurry. So what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right. The 2026 State of the Game Industry Report, it actually dropped on January 29th. Okay. Did everybody hear me? I want to make sure. Hold on. Am I good? Does it sound good, everybody? Okay. I want to make sure the sound's good. Are we good? Okay. We're good. I got a good check on the sound check. Producer, we good? Okay. Good. Thank you for that. Now, the 2026 State of the Game Industry Report dropped on January 29th. Over 33% of U.S. game developers say they've been impacted by layoffs. in the last 2 years. Even more striking, 82% of US developers now support unionization. Go figure. This isn't frustration anymore. This is workforce responding to long-term instability. And when numbers hit this level, it stops being a discussion and starts becoming a movement, damn it. I want to say I am behind developers. Developers are some of the coolest people, and I know we have some developers that have done some bad stuff in it. But I'm going to tell you, there is a game that I have played last month that I did for a sponsorship, and I was mad because they didn't have a black hairdo. Yes, I wanted a black hairstyle, some waves, an afro, or something. And guess what? I said it, okay? And I'm going to be bold. And when I'm doing these, I'm going to be cut, bold, honest, dry, whatever you want to say. Okay, I'm going to lay it out to you. They actually wrote me and put in an afro. That is what developers do for you, okay? So I want to say to all the developers out there, continue to unionize. These big companies are only going to continue to use their money and power to strike you down. And if you have anything, it's each other. You have people, you have numbers, and you have to stand together. So unionize. Indie developers sometimes get in groups of 2 or 3 and work. Excuse me, I hit the mute button. Start your own companies, okay? You have to do something. Nonetheless, let's go ahead. Can everybody hear me okay? I know, hold on. Let me check the sound because I hit the mute button on accident. Can we? Okay. There we go. I hit the mute button on accident. My apologies. Next one. Checkpoint. You see the checkpoint sound? Okay, it's supposed to be, every time we move on to the next one, you're going to hear a checkpoint sound. This is why it's called Checkpoint Rundown, okay? The final week of January brought a quiet but important expansion to the Nintendo Switch 2 library. Yay. Okay, we love that. Thank you, Bad Player, for the sound check. Now, games like Core Keeper, Dispatch, and Card Seal, I hope I pronounced that correctly, all launched on Switch 2, and they have optimized versions, okay, or editions, how some people like to say it, on January 28th and 29th. These are no flashy re-releases, just better performance and better stability, okay? This is classic Nintendo for me, okay? Juicing the slow momentum, okay? Taking the long-term value and juicing it for everything it's worth. And that approach has worked before. So it's going to continue to work, all right? I don't think there's nothing else to say on that one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Checkpoint. All right. Tensions escalated at Ubisoft on January 28th. Unions officially called for a 4-day strike following studio closures and a voluntary redundancy process in Paris. This includes the closure of Ubisoft Halifax, okay? What makes this different than any other thing, okay, is the coordination. This isn't isolated frustration. This is actually organized resistance. Labor issues are no longer background noise in game development. They're actually being put, well, they're front and center, okay? And we just talked about it just a couple topics ago. Devs are fighting back. So businesses and big companies, watch out. And Ubisoft, another one. Damn. Ooh, with closures and people losing jobs, you gotta unionize. Checkpoint. On January 26th, Valve was hit with a proposed 656 million, I think this is euros, I'm not sure, okay, in a class action lawsuit in the UK. Now, I'm not sure, what is the UK money called, okay, but 656 million in a class action lawsuit in the UK. The claim alleges Steam uses its market dominance to lock in its high prices and overcharge customers. A lot of you PC players, what do you think? Now, this case is still early, but if it moves forward, it could directly challenge the 30% storefront model that is right now being used by Steam. This isn't just about Valve either. It's about the entire digital marketplace. We're talking, if you're downloading from Epic Games, wherever it may be, Xbox Gaming Live, this is everywhere. It is going to be affected. Euros, thank you. That's what it is. Euros. So 656 million euros. Woo! Thank you for that. There you go. Okay. Well, without further ado, you guys see that? That's big money. Okay. That's big money stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. New industry surveys released on January 29th show a sharp shift in how developers feel about AI. Developers were talking all about it, okay? Or pounds, it might be, oh my goodness. Are you serious? It's pounds? Okay, nonetheless, excuse me, let's get back. So, new industry surveys released on January 29th show a sharp shift in how developers feel about AI. 52% now believe generative AI is giving a negative impact on the industry. Now, that's up from 30% in 2025. That is huge, okay? Studios like Jagex and Larian have doubled down on strict no AI policies for creative content, okay? This tells us one thing clearly, that the industry isn't debating AI anymore. It is clearly drawing boundaries. And I'm here for the bullshit. I love it, okay? I use AI in many different facets, but I think this is one where if you're going to fight back, okay? But I love AI. I ain't going to talk no more shit about it. Okay. On January 30th, the live action adaptation of Iron Lung officially hit theaters, okay? The film is produced by and stars Markiplier. Now, who knows Markiplier? It's how you pronounce it too. He's very popular. You know, I know my kids watch him and all that. But this wasn't a streaming experiment. I want y'all to understand that. This was a full theatrical release. Now, it's based on an indie horror game. So I want everybody to think how powerful creator-led gaming IPs have become. That is huge. If the audience does exist, okay, and I want you to know for this movie right here, okay, if the audience exists, then the movie can exist. It can make money. So I think two things can be true. I'm all for it. Big shout out to Markiplier. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles, and all. I think it's Markiplier. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, okay? I've been had the glasses on the whole time. The glasses actually fit. They actually fit, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the glasses fit. It's all black on black on black. Like, I like it. But I'm gonna take it off, okay? We're gonna go ahead and move on. So, Concept, the studio founded by Keijin Inafune, was officially dissolved on January 29th. The studio was known for Mighty Number 9 and Recore. Its closures follows continued restructuring across Japan's development scene. This is another reminder that legacy alone is no longer enough to keep you afloat. Modern development is unforgiving, and if you do not make way with what's happening right now, currently, you can even take retro gaming mechanics and use them. But remember what I said, modern development is unforgiving. Point blank, period. Let's go ahead and move on. In its quarter two earnings report released on January 28th, Microsoft reported a 9% decline in gaming revenue. This is sad for me, being a guy that actually has stock in Microsoft. Analysts point to a lighter first-party holiday lineup and ongoing Game Pass tier changes. A lot of people are rejecting them, and that's what they believe it's coming from. But this isn't a collapse. I'm here to tell you first, all right? But it is a reminder, unfortunately, that big platforms still depend on big moments, and release cadence does matter. You need to pay attention, Microsoft, and listen to the people. You cannot just control and do what you want at willy-nilly. I know you thought the Game Pass change was going to be something big, but unfortunately, it backfired, I believe. And as a stockholder myself, your stock is still increasing, so I can't be too mad. But I wish that you do something about that so as an investor, I can continue to enjoy revenue. Next one. January 30th wrapped up the week with what fans called a big RPG Friday. Oh my God. But Code Vein 2 and Front Mission 3 Remake both launched on the same day across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Now, this is great news for RPG fans. I'm going to tell you why. Stacked releases can split attention fast, but for RPG fans, you can always stack them up, right? So they just always love to have a bunch of games that they can go back and play. So But as far as being someone that if I'm a developer and I'm releasing these games, even strong games can get buried, bro. So I don't know about releasing an RPG along with all these other RPGs. Mark my words, even strong games can get buried. Okay? So you need to be very careful in how you move forward with those RPGs. But nonetheless, let's go ahead to the next one. Checkpoint. Now, I'm not sure to pronounce this. In Tapai, is it Tape? The Tapai Game Show. How do you pronounce that? Tapai, Taipei. I always forget how to pronounce that. But in the Taipei Game Show 2026 kicked off pretty big. Okay, this is on January 29th. Early coverage highlights a major focus on handheld PC gaming. Steam Deck style devices were everywhere. This was the craze. Everybody seems to be putting their hard earned money behind handheld devices. Now, this is alongside showing Asian indie developers that seem to be growing as well. We got a lot of Asian indie developers that are growing rapidly. Now, portable PC gaming has been proven this year. We all know it's going to continue to grow, and it's no longer a niche, okay? It used to be, but it's no longer that. Now it is here to stay, and everybody, if you don't know, I'm going to get me one very soon. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to get me something, okay? And without further ado, guys, that is Checkpoint Rundown. Ooh, we are smoking. Let's get straight into the next topic. I told you it's going to be an hour show packed, though. And I like an hour show packed so we can get right to the end and get to it, okay? How y'all feeling? Now, ooh, this one good for me, y'all. I ain't going to lie. This is good for me. Let me get everything set up. Okay, so this one right here, this topic, we're going to be very quick. It's called Back in My Day, okay? For everybody who's seen last week, Back in My Day, we went over Court on the Glass, right? For those who do not know about Court on the Glass, when you was in the arcade and you wanted to play next, you put a Court on the Glass. I explained the whole concept behind it, how you were in the arcades, how it was an unwritten rule, you didn't say anything. Well, this week, I'm going to be explaining something else to a lot of young people, and this is going to be an ongoing thing. We will switch out topics all the time, but this is one we're going to explain because a lot of these things go they don't keep the history, and a lot of younger kids don't understand how the feelings were, and they can compare them to things now or maybe things they experience now, and history always repeats itself, okay? So today is nonetheless renting video games. Now, we could talk about Blockbuster Video, we could talk about Family Video, but we're going to talk about renting games for, in general, for everyone, okay? For those who do not know, renting games, I'm going to explain the concept. Blockbuster Video, Family Video, Hollywood Video, does not matter where you went. What you would do is you would go rent a movie, or you can rent a video game. Video games you can have for, I believe it was 2 days, 3 nights, or I'm not sure I went. Was it 3 days, 2 nights? I forget how the whole concept was. But nonetheless, typically you can have games for a weekend. Movies, depending on if they were new releases. New releases, sometimes you had to bring back the next day. You can have 2 days, I think, if you had certain pro memberships, but a lot of times you had to bring that shit back the next day for new releases on movies. But video games, you typically had 2 to 3 days, right? So what would happen is you would go in there, you would rent a video game, and bam, there you go. You can go play whatever game you can. Now, this concept might seem foreign to all these young damn kids nowadays because they can just go cut on whatever and download a video game. Oh, I can download something free. But we only had demo disc back then. We didn't just have games for free. We didn't have the internet. Pirating wasn't rampant because you couldn't teach that information quick, fast like that. You had to know somebody who knew somebody. So renting games was a way to be able to find out how games were, and the experience was amazing. Blockbuster flourished, Family Video flourished, Hollywood Video flourished. These places flourished so much they were all across the nation with people dropping games off left and right. Okay, now without further ado, I gotta get to the good stuff. Let's talk about what renting games was all about. Availability. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When you were going to rent a game, availability was a gamble. They're not gonna have 50 PlayStation games for Tekken, right? There's not going to be 50 Tekkens there. When they released a game, a lot of times some blockbusters purchase one. You know what I'm saying? Only one. That was the sad work for it, man. So you went to a Blockbuster, and I'm gonna give you an example. PlayStation, the classic PlayStation. All my old school folks work with me. I remember going to Blockbuster when the PlayStation first released. They had a release lineup, and it wasn't many games, but I do believe Blockbuster had a lot of them. Some of those games, and I may be wrong on some of them, but some people correct me. I do remember Tekken being there. I remember Jumping Jack Flash. I remember a skating game, right? And these were pretty popular games, but one of the most popular ones was Tekken. I remember everybody wanting Tekken. And you just never could get it. So availability was a gamble to the point where you're calling your local Blockbuster like, hey, you got it in? Oh, and you could ask when they're bringing it back in. You could actually sit there and wait. They could check in games. You can get it right there. It was a big deal. But you sometimes missed out on games because availability. So availability was a gamble with Blockbuster. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and move on to the next one. Playing trash games without consequence. Yo, one thing that was beauty, bro. When you went to Blockbuster, you could rent a game and it didn't even matter if it was trash, bro. It was like $5. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even matter. Yo, covers back then, they were fire for manipulation. You would look at the back of a cover, you go, ooh, yo, this joint about to be off the chain, bro. Hey, let's rent this. You go to the Blockbuster thing, you give him your card, he gets the beep, you scan your card, you boop, you walk out. Yo, and a lot of times when they gave you the game the first time, it came with the manual, but you already know. A lot of people was keeping the manual, which is nasty work. Return the manual, but nonetheless, cool thing, right? But you get there. Imagine you pay $4.99, which was a lot of money back then, okay? And you get a game and it's trash. You don't have to worry about keeping it. You played your trash game. Believe it or not, I actually think that made people have a better respect for gaming because we played trash games, which makes you understand what a good game really is. I do feel like right now today, so many people play a specific type of game and do not go away from it that they do not actually know what a good game is. And because we have so many games, you can be able to like know kind of certain things about this type of game, but you may not be good at this. So I think it's huge. But back then, us old school folks, we was able to play trash games without consequence. It was just $4.99, baby. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right. I'm gonna say focus gaming. Okay, was a big deal. A big deal. All right, you didn't have to have a backlog of games. You got the focus. When you rented a game, you knew you had 2, 3 days. It wasn't no, I'm splitting time. You rented it on a weekend typically, right? So you didn't have school. You didn't have anything to do. You're not renting it during the week when you got school work and all that. That's stupid. Okay, it's just plain stupid. You get it during the weekend. Now sometimes maybe you sick, right? Mom, I'm sick. So you get it for the week, right? And I think, believe it or not, Blockbuster had a deal during a week where if you get it, you might can get it like 5 days. But nonetheless, a lot of people got it during the weekend. So you were able to focus on the game and you wanted to beat it before you returned it. So you spent more time gaming. I do think it encouraged focused gaming, which means you're not loose with your gaming. You woke up, you look forward to gaming, and you knew you had a limited time. It's a thing that kids nowadays, when they wake up, they have all these systems. They can play whatever game. Imagine waking up and knowing, oh man, I got to get straight to it because this got to go back on Sunday night. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And that was 3 days, 2 nights. That's what it was. Okay. So let's go ahead. The next one. So this one is kind of nasty work. I want to say save files. For those who do not know, Blockbuster's been around since NES. Okay. I want people to understand that. So when you rented a game, there were actual save files that were on games, believe it or not. You did not know if these save files were even dangerous, bro. Like you had no idea about a save file. Most of the time they were not. You could get save files that were completed. Like you can get a game, go to it, click the save file, and they beat the game. And you already at the end of the game. Like that was nuts to me. Like the fact that we were that old. Like I'm old as hell, bro. I gotta be old as hell. Like imagine getting a game, the save already there. You can see what they did, what they named, their characters, everything right there. Save files were included. Sometimes, once things came along later, you had passwords and other things, but save files were wild, bro. They were included with games, so you would pick up a lot of games and the save files were right there. Okay, and I want to see Petrix, what he said. Memories unlocked. Game rental late fees. Oh, man, you know what? We're going to get the late fees. Don't worry, Petrix. Petrix, we're going to get the late fees, all right? Let's go ahead. Let's get to the next one, okay? I think something that hurts gaming right now, and there's actually a Tinder style like game browsing, okay? And it's because people don't get to browse games like they used to. Physical browsing was the experience. We actually got to go through and see the game layouts, and a lot of times there were covers that grabbed you and that made you get a game without you knowing about the game. I can't tell you how many amazing games I played just by the cover, just by mistakes being made. Movies were doing that with, and they still do it today with blockbuster movies, right? If it's a big movie, they come out with some low, not even B, C budget movie, and then they release it with a title close to it with a look of artwork very similar to it. So physical browsing was an experience where we got to see a lot of games and we got to choose those games because of the browsing. Well, now they just go through and scroll through a list and they, I'm gonna X out everything. I only want first person shooters. And it's so many games they don't really get that full experience. So I think physical browsing is something that they miss. All right. Another thing is blockbuster gaming tournaments. For those who do not know, blockbuster gaming tournaments, y'all, it went down, yo. This is not no online tournament where you would, I was on 2K. These tournaments get real. I was talking to them on Discord. We talking smack and we would video chat. No, blockbuster tournaments was like the town tournament. Okay, which means everybody around that neighborhood, it was one blockbuster. They all come to that blockbuster. They all sign up and you all had the equivalent chance to win. You all could watch each other play. There were time slots. You were told, hey, come up to Blockbuster between 9 and 10. That is your play slot. You would come up there and you would actually play a game, and that score then judge your high score on the level of everyone at all Blockbusters. Not only at that one, it went to county, state, and then across the entire country. I think that is missed now. And I think there needs to be something locally that expands more like that to where we don't have to be online. And I see a lot of different places in malls that are even trying to open back up where they're trying to get more people to come in and, start like, hey, 16 people sit here and play together. But Blockbuster gaming tournaments were amazing. Only experience, because I want to move on straight to late fee. But my experience was, I remember playing in a Blockbuster tournament being like number two. No, I want to say number two. I was like number 4 at the end of it. But I remember my brother being actually number 2, pretty much could have won the entire tournament and went into the last one and made one small decision that I think made him lose. And shout out to BY. That was BY that did that. It's amazing how one decision could change everything in the tournament. There was one decision that I made during that time because the game was Clay Fighter, and it was a decision I made that got me to 4th place to end with. I think Byron ended like 6th or 7th. I think my other brother ended like 10th. Like, we were all up there. We all nice at gaming, bro, believe it or not. Okay. But late fees were the real fear. Yo, if you did not bring a game back, you felt like your life was going to go into collections. Yes, Blockbuster there were times where they would ask for a credit card. Yes, a credit card. Blockbuster they was signing folks up and was asking, hey, do you have a credit card? And if you gave it to them, believe it or not, you don't return it. They were not charging you just for the movie. They were charging you late fees and the movie. Businesses were nasty back then. Blockbuster, shame on you, man. Shame on you, Blockbuster, because you were definitely, hey, it was like the late fee would be like the price of the game, bro. It's like late fees are $4 a day, but the game's $5. So you would not want to be late on a game. Then it's $4 a day. Four. Before you know it, you owe $100 in late fees. You just don't bring it back and you say, hey, you're not, you don't got my credit card. You're not charging me. So late fees were a real fear. I guess that's what you young bucks can enjoy. You don't have to deal with late fees. You just get nickel and dime with all the free to play games that say, hey, every month you're going to have to pay for something new, and our game never ends. You can never beat it. Okay, that's something else. All right, let's go ahead and move on. But the last final thing, because I do want to get on to Dude, I Got the Munchies, was the grown-up sections. Guys, there was grown-up sections, man. They had the little curtain. I was a little young buck, man, but you can walk behind the curtain and you got to see a lot, man. Everything was right there. You know what I mean? You got to find out what the shadizzle was before everybody knew what the shadizzle was. It was amazing. I loved it as a little boy. I thought it was great. You know what I mean? Now, I might not speak for everybody. Parents might be like, as a parent myself, nah, get that out, get that away from my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's anything my kid now, Roblox, you doing what? But back then, man, I walked in, ooh, wait, that grown-up section was something else. So, without further ado, y'all, we ain't gonna keep nobody holding up. That is Back in My Day with your old ass. Let's move on to the next one. So everybody know what this is. This is Dude, I Got fucking Munchies, okay? Dude, I got the munchies, y'all. Is hold up. Let me get everything ready. I want to get everything set up, okay? Dude, I got the munchies is one of my favorites, y'all, because hold on, I gotta get this super ready. Dude, I got the munchies is something that since we've been putting them up, everybody seems to be jumping on. I'm going to be putting these up throughout the week. We want to have this podcast, all these clips up. We want to try to put them up ASAP. Okay, so. Dude, I got the munchies. For everybody that don't know, we as gamers always like to have the munchies. We sitting on the couch. We like to have munchies, man. We like to play the game. We want to have some gummies. We want to have some chips. We want to have fast food. We want to have stuff from the store. We want to have everything. So us, we always want to tap into that inner fat boy, okay? And this is the one. So let's go ahead and get to it. Without further ado, this is, dude, I got the fucking munchies. Now, we know we got to switch it, so you always got to hold up. Okay, you got to hold up. That was the last one. Okay, there we go. Oh, man, this is going to be a good one, y'all. I think we're going to be real excited for this one, okay, already, okay? So, whoo, my inner fat boy is getting happy already. Crumbl Cookies is going all out for Super Bowl week with a massive 12-item lineup. Now, I'm not even a big fan of Crumbl. Ooh, Super Bowl, you got me. Including 2 brand new treats, including several heavy-hitting collaborations. The headliner is the Peanut Butter Cup Brownie, featuring Reese's, a rich brownie topped with peanut butter, I think it's mousse. How do you pronounce that? Is it peanut butter mousse? Okay, chocolate drizzle, and Reese's Cups. Also, new is the chocolate brownie football cookie. It's designed specifically for game day spreads, along with oatmeal cookie thins arriving later in the week. Now, fan favorites return as well. You know, you got the Dubai, hold on, thought I hit the button there, including the Dubai chocolate cookie. Everybody loves that. The caramel shortbread featuring Twix and confetti cake, okay? The rest of the lineup is rounded out by Crumbl's permanent classics like Pink Sugar, Oreo Crumbs, Snickerdoodles, and semi-sweet chocolate chunk, making this one of the brand's most stacked weekly menus ever. Okay, big shout out to Crumbl, man. I can't say I wasn't a big fan of Crumbl. I have tried a couple cookies. They are delicious. The only thing I can say is they just so thick, man. You got to break them giants up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ate this here, I ate this there, or just don't eat dinner. Just eat Crumbl. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. Let's go ahead and move on to this. But yo, for those who do not know, Crumbl is I ain't gonna hate on them. I ain't gonna hate. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay. I'm with you on this. 7 Brew is launching a new monthly featured drinks program starting in February. It's designed to spotlight both new creations and curated favorites across all locations nationwide. Now, the debut lineup includes 5 drinks, led by the new chocolate dipped strawberry cold brew, alongside the raspberry truffle macchiato, love potion 7 energy, Pink Mermaid 7 Fizz Soda, and Cupid's Special Cocoa. Each drink is also available in sugar-free options, reinforcing 7 Brew's loyalty-driven strategy. With more than 90% of transactions coming from reward members and rapid national expansion over the past year, the monthly rotation is aimed at driving repeat visits and deeper emotional connections with customers. Oh, my goodness. 7 Brew is bringing the heat, y'all. Starbucks, I don't know. We have to talk to people who are hard investors into Starbucks. Have they switched? Because this is like never before seen. This is like Nintendo and Sega at its prime. Okay? Like at its prime. This is the battle of the battle. This is McDonald's Burger King Quarter Pounder versus the Whopper. 7 Brew and Starbucks. I mean, 7 Brew is coming out swinging with this lineup and sugar-free options. 7 Brew, are you trying to fight? Fight back, Starbucks. Fight back. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay. Oh, damn, that looked good. Oh, my Lord. Whew. Wendy's is bringing back the Thin Mints Frosty for a second year beginning February 16th. Following a successful debut tied to its licensing. Oh, damn it. How am I getting that wrong? Following its successful debut tied to its licensing partnership with Girl Scouts of the USA. The limited time dessert blends Wendy's classic chocolate or vanilla frosty with a minty cookie crumble sauce inspired by the iconic Thin Mints flavor. Executives previously credited the frosty with boosting traffic and attachment rates, believe it or not, and it returns as part of Wendy's broader push into seasonal frosty innovations. Now, select Wendy's locations will also host Girl Scouts starting February 1st today. Okay, some of you may have seen it to help local troops reach their cookie sales goals. I think that is amazing. Wendy's, big shout out to y'all. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all for that, Wendy's. I want to try the Thin Mint Frosty. I'm not going to lie. This is a must try for me. I don't know about everybody else. I love Frosty. I am a person that will dip my fries in a Frosty. I will eat my McDonald's fries with a shake. So I have to try this Thin Mint right here. I have a feeling this is going to be, I understand why they say bring it back. Okay. Woo, man, we got some bangers today, man. This is, oh, I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, Lord. Papa John's has officially reintroduced pan pizza nationwide, and I'm going to be coming for you, Papa John's. It's unveiling a completely reworked version designed to stand out in a crowded category of pan pizzas from all these different restaurants. The new pan pizza features a fluffy, airy interior with crispy, caramelized edges, Parmesan cheese, and Papa John's signature garlic sauce baked directly into the pan. And 6 cheese blend made from mozzarella, provolone, fontina, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. Man, did I get all that right? Okay. Built to support up to 7 edge-to-edge toppings, the pizza launches at a starting price of $11.99, y'all. Can you believe that? That is a nice pricing point. I'm not gonna lie, Papa John's. And that's $11.99 for a one-topping medium. And that marks the brand's first pan pizza offering in nearly a decade. We gotta give it up. Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up for Papa John's. Yo, everybody, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely heading to Papa John's. I am a pan pizza fanatic, and Papa John's has rolled it back out, y'all. What are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? I see in the chat. Yes, okay. Now, I see the chat. We're gonna update the list. I'm gonna get to that at the end. I got you, Bernie. I got you. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm hungry. Oh my goodness. Pan pizza. Okay. All right. Okay. Woo. They gotta calm me down, boy. Cause woo, that pan pizza was going crazy. Dunkin' has rolled out its Valentine's Day lineup, bringing back the fan favorite brownie batter donut. Okay, everybody's been talking about it, but they're bringing back the brownie batter donut alongside a wide slate of limited time drinks. They're also going to add heart-shaped treats. The seasonal menu includes espresso-based drinks like the toxic. Damn it, these are like so much tongue twisters. Okay, it's bringing back espresso-based drinks like the Toxic Espresso, and that's EX Presso, go figure. But the Toxic Espresso Cloud Latte, fruit-forward refreshers such as the chocolate-covered strawberry daydream, and protein milk options like the Buff Chai. Now, Dunkin' is also introducing collectible Valentine's Day munchkins, and they're going to be collecting them in 10. So if you like munchkins, you can get a 10 right now for Valentine's Day. Now, there's also going to be a portion of the proceeds benefiting the Dunkin' Joy in Children Foundation. Oh, excuse me. I think that's the Dunkin' Joy in Childhood Foundation. There's a mistake here, but I got that correct. Reward members receive bonus points promotions throughout February, making this one of the brand's most incentive-heavy seasonal launches. I'm not too big on Dunkin'. I'm a person that growing up in high school, I was very big on Dunkin' Donuts. I love a strawberry frosted donut, right? It's still my top donut at Dunkin' Donuts, but an original glazed donut from Krispy Kreme tops everything. But I'm very interested to try some of these drinks. They got different heart-shaped donuts, the munchkins. It's very good for Valentine's Day to keep the heart alive and keep your love there, right? So we all for it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, all right? Now, we getting to it, man. Damn. Okay. Heinz is leaning fully into Super Bowl absurdity with the launch of the Heinz Ketchup. Yo, you can't make this shit up, man. Okay, let me say it right. I gotta get to it. We're professional here. Okay, we're professional. Heinz is leaning fully into Super Bowl absurdity with the launch of Heinz Ketchup. Okay, it's a 114-ounce stainless steel keg filled with its signature ketchup, designed for watch parties. Okay, Super Bowl's coming around, so they're trying to keep you ready. The keg features a tap-style spout that you can put, maybe you can have it next to your beer, right? Now, it also holds enough ketchup to last all 4 quarters of the Super Bowl for your biggest party. Okay? Solving what Heinz calls one of game day's biggest problems, running out of ketchup sauce. I don't think so, Heinz. I actually think it's other problems. But nonetheless, running out of sauce, they think it's a huge problem for them. After teasing the concept on social media and drawing nearly 1 million damn views, Heinz is now offering fans a chance to win the ketchup through a limited time giveaway with a broader availability planned for the 2026 football season. If you guys want to win, go look that up now. It is ketchup. Okay, for Heinz, you can win a ketchup. I think that is amazing for the 2026 football season. And that, my friends, is Dude, I Got the Fucking Munchies. Yo, I say wonderful. And see how we're keeping online with the show. Going a little on, but we're timing it. So let's go ahead. Damn it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, okay? We rolling on. We rolling on. We got to keep it. I get it, honestly. Yo, I'm not with you on the other one. With the ketchup, like if you got a big party, you might could use that ketchup. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm kind of with you. If you do got like, let's say it's 100 people, right? You don't have to worry about put a bunch of bottles out. Now people can come, bam, bam, bam. But I wonder if that spout's gonna get clogged up, if something else like that we have to talk about. Okay, I didn't get into that, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Indie Game of the Week. For those who do not know, Indie Game of the Week, we always talk about a game that was released this week. Even games that we have not played ourselves. Yes, we do it all the time. I think it is only right that we do that. For this game, I think we're going to watch the trailer. Should we watch the trailer? Yeah, we'll watch the trailer. I'll let the trailer play. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about the game first, okay? This week's Indie Game of the Week is Steel Century Groove, a stylish indie title that blends rhythm-based gameplay. Okay? And hold on, we ain't got it all right. I see we got to, Elgato got to be moving. We got to get the prompter, everything. If we don't have it, it's a professional show. We can't. I'm sorry, guys, okay? This week, Indie Game of the Week, we got a smash hit for you. It is Steel Century Groove, which is a stylish indie title that blends rhythm-based gameplay with fast-paced action and a heavy dose of attitude. The game leans hard into timing, flow, and momentum, where combat and movement are driven by music rather than button mashing. Visually, it pulls from retro, futuristic, and industrial influences, giving it a gritty, mechanical feel that immediately sets it apart from the more traditional rhythm games. It's one of those projects that feels confident in its identity, clearly made by a team that knows exactly what kind of experience they want, okay? And they want players to have. I think that's smart. Let's take a look at it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull it up now. And I want to pull up the right one. I don't want to pull up, because they could flag you too. This is something new for us. We're trying to be legit here, okay? There we go. Okay, this one I think is fine. I think that one's fine. We'll take that one. Official launch trailer. Okay.
I started a business
now, that's
to
a sponsor.
give old
You already
folks
know
a new
we got
life,
the sponsors.
and Chase has supported me from the beginning. I started a business to
I'm
give
gonna
old
share.
folks a
This
new
is
life,
right after the
and Chase
sponsors.
has supported
Damn it,
me
that
from
sound. Just shut up, sponsor. Okay. We're gonna pause. Now we can share. I want everybody to be looking at the same time. Here we go. Share screen. Everybody should be seeing on screen now. I don't know why that's lit up and loading. That should have loaded a long time ago. But you can see this is directly on Game Trailers. Huge. But only 3,000 views, guys. That's nasty work, man. I mean, this is why we do this, okay? For Indie Game of the Week. I want to watch this trailer alongside with you guys. This is a game I have not played, but I plan to grab as last week's Indie Game of the Week. You guys will be seeing. I will be playing that live on stream as well. But this is absurd. So let's go ahead and take a look at the game, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you think? And I'm going to be listening. Hopefully we're not duplicating on the sounds. I will take a look into that, and if we are, I will fix that. Okay? I'm about to destroy this Joker, yo. See, y'all might, I don't know how y'all feel. I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm getting it. Crazy like that. All right, there we go, man. Let's stop sharing the screen. Hopefully stop sharing. Stop sharing. There we go. My bad. So there you go. Everybody got to see it. I don't know if people know about me, but I love rhythm-based games, okay? I don't know what it is. I love music in general. I love being on beat. I love tapping, making, beats with my hands and different things. So any rhythm-based game I love. I was never a big fan of, and I love watching them, though. I love watching people play Guitar Hero, DJ Hero, things like that. I play DDR with the controller. I do not play with my feet. But anything that's rhythm-based, I love. And the fact that you can take a rhythm-based game and actually put it into RPG style or actually fighting style is amazing to me. I want to give it up. Who are the devs for this? I want to take a look into the devs because I want to give them their props now. Okay. So, developed by Sloth Gloss Games. I want to make sure. Sloth Gloss Games. Big shout out to y'all, man. Dab me up. I'm going to go ahead and message y'all, man. Sloth Gloss. Y'all doing y'all damn thing, man. I like the game. You know what I mean? I haven't even played it, and I can already tell it might be something that I can get into. But that's going to be my indie game of the week, so everybody know what's going on. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the last one. Oh, man. Y'all know what time it is. This one, y'all, drives people the craziest. This one right here drives people so crazy that they feel they have to comment. We see more views on this one than any other segment. The second closest is Gaming Gone Wild, which is coming close to taking over Choose Your Fate as far as views. Okay? But Choose Your Fate has seen so many hundreds of thousands of views. If you do not believe me, go look back. There are Choose Your Fate segments, that are still being debated from 2 years ago on clips. Y'all, it is Choose Your Fate. Choose Your Fate is where you got two tough choices and you must pick between one. Okay? Typically, we do video game choices all the time. Today, I got a special treat for you. We're not doing video game choices. We're going to be doing very tough food choices. Being that everybody here eats, because you have to live, I figure everybody should have a say-so in this. Everybody should be able to decide. Okay? Without further ado, let's get to Choose Your Fate. Now, remember, I got to switch it. Okay? We want to be professional. Switch, okay? There we go. Ooh, Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get to it. I gotta get rid of pause this. I don't want it to flip on me. Okay. Now you know what? We're getting straight into it. Okay, we're getting straight into it. I'm gonna pause it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna pause it. I gotta do these quick, fast, in a hurry, y'all. That's how I'm gotta do it. I gotta tell myself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go right into it. Choose your fate, Nick. It's snap fast in a hurry, Nick. If you're not picking a choice right away, Nick, what's the point? Okay. So you can only pick one. Which one do you pick? Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Apple Cinnamon Cheerios? Now, this one is tougher than I may give myself credit for, even just how I'm about to slam this answer out there. But it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is hands down better than Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is crunchy if you want to eat it right away. If you don't want to have it hard, you can let it sit for not that long. It will get soggy and it will be soft. It is also sweet. It turns your milk into a cinnamon, sugary, sweet milk. It is delicious. You can eat it dry. You can actually take it just for a snack and eat it dry by itself. So I have to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch, final answer. It is better than Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. While Apple Cinnamon Cheerios is very delicious, also makes your milk taste very good. I'm not sure how it goes with a snack by itself. Haven't had that. I don't think it'll hit as well. So I'm going Cinnamon Toast Crunch, final answer. Well done. Well done. Okay, I got bad player with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay. All Cheerios are mid. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios ain't mid, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, bad. Don't make. No, I'm joking with you, bad player. But Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, I love. I think they fire. I think they fire myself. Am I alone on that? Am I alone on Apple Cinnamon Cheerios are fire? Like, right? We got a bad player right here in the chat. I'm gonna pull you up, bad player. Bad player in the chat said Apple Cinnamon Cheerios is mid. How do y'all feel? They got some new flavors too. Not a question. Cinnamon Toast Crunch all day. Damn. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Okay, and I would say Apple Cinnamon Cheerios is one of them ones, though. Y'all sleeping, man. Okay, y'all sleeping. And Cheerios got plenty of new flavors. Y'all need to look out, man. Y'all sleeping on Cheerios. Okay? I ain't see why people don't be loving Cheerios no more. Y'all eat Honey Nut Cheerios? Like, that was one of the, paws and all that, but that's one of the top ones. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing, man. Y'all, okay, I'm going to just move on to the next one. That's my bad, y'all. Let's move on. Okay. 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 I see where we going with this. So, which one do you choose? Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles? This is very easy to me. Fruity Pebbles. I feel like Fruity Pebbles is almost addicting. I want to know, do they actually put drugs in Fruity Pebbles? Because it's so addicting. Like, you could take Fruity Pebbles. It's one of those that's, it's crunchy right off the back, but it does get soft very fast. So you got to go right at it. Okay, but the beautiful part, even if it gets soft, and some of it do go to the bottom, which I don't like. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But the thing is, you can put some more crunchy cereal on top of it, and then you can eat it all together. I feel like Fruity Pebbles got a stronger, like, once you take that whole spoonful crunch, it's got a stronger, like, taste palette to it. So I'm gonna have to go Fruity Pebbles hands down. Even though Fruit Loops is good, man, it's a staple. It can't take out the Fruity Pebbles, man. We got to give it up to Fred and Barney, man. All right? Final answer. Okay? Now we got a Fruit Loops right there in the chat. Okay, Fruit Loops. Oh, easy. Damn. Okay, we got a Fruit Loops in the chat. All right, okay. We got Fruit Loops. I got Fruity Pebbles all day. I don't even think it's, I ain't gonna say it ain't close. But I just think for me, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Fruity Pebbles for sure. There we go, bad player. Dap me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Dap me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody with me on that one. I'm going to rock with you today. I'm going to rock with you. Never Fruity Pebbles? Boo. I ain't got no boo sound effects. So, nonetheless. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I can't say Fruity Pebbles is one of the most delicious cereals. Okay? You can't disrespect Fruity Pebbles. Okay? One of the most delicious cereals, period. It's in our top 5. Like, honestly, it's in the top 5. Okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, damn, this is tough, man. Oh, shit, these are getting tough. Okay, let me think. Can I get a second to think, y'all? Damn, it's tough. Okay, here we go. Which one would you rather choose? Chewy Chips Ahoy or Oreo cookies? For me, it is Chewy Chip Ahoy's. I'm going to say Chewy Chip Ahoy cookies, okay? Chewy Chip Ahoy cookies, of course. Like, man, Chewy Chip Ahoy cookies is good by itself, all right? But when you put them in a microwave, it tops all of them, man. It tops everything. And I know what people might be thinking. How are you dissing Oreo cookies, Nick? And I know I'm going to get a lot of people disagree with me on this because I like Oreo cookies, man. Me and Oreo cookie ain't even got problems like that. Okay, me and Oreo cookies go back like Ajax, Flapjacks, Cracker Jacks, all that. Okay, Oreo cookies, man. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep it real. When I put that Chewy Chip Ahoy in the microwave, my dog, for 10 seconds, give me about 5 or 6 of them joints melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So stop playing, man. Oh, man, they went on to the next one, man. They went on to the next one, man. Now, hold up. My bad. We're going to get to that one. Okay? But my bad, man. I went off on a tangent, man. So it's Chewy Chip Ahoy all day, man. All day. Stop playing with them. Okay? Let me get to it. All right, so Oreos. Chewy Chip Ahoys are a win. Okay, I got a mix. Yes, I got one Chewy Chip Ahoy, man. Woo! I was worried for a second, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was worried. Oreos is one of them ones where if you don't pick Oreos, you might have a mob after you. You know what I'm saying? You might get a knock at the door like a couple minutes later. You say you don't rock with Oreos. So I'm glad to see somebody rock with the Chewy Chips Ahoy. The Chewy Chip Ahoy in the microwave is, man, it's a different level. And I understand, different cookies you can put in the microwave and all that. And I understand Oreos dipped with the milk, right? You're missing out on that. And I understand the crunchy Chip Ahoy with the milk. And believe me, I got the inner fat boy down. I know what's up. I feel like Chewy got it on this one. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one because I seen the next one. It was a sneak peek. But I'm going to go ahead, okay? Okay. All right, here we go. Which would you rather choose? Cheese Goldfish or Cheez-Its? Now, I'm going to be honest. Damn, this is almost like, man, which one? This is like pick your poison, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with Cheese Goldfish, man. And I feel like this is where I'm going to have a mob after me, man. I know. Don't hurt me, y'all. Don't hurt me. Okay? I feel like I'm going to get hurt. But I'm going with Cheese Goldfish. And the reason being is Cheese Goldfish are a lot fluffier. Okay? You could take, Cheese Goldfish is like sunflower seeds, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how you had the sunflower seeds? You just, man, they fall out the little joint right there. You got to say pause on everything nowadays, the kid. But you know what I'm saying? That's how you feel with goldfish. You can't do that with the Cheez-Its. They square. They don't fall out your hand the right way. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So that's why goldfish and they fluffier. And then you could just mouthful. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And just eat them. You could just take all the goldfish and eat them. I'm sorry. Cheese Goldfish, man. Cheese Goldfish, man. I don't care what you Cheez-Its guys got to say about it. Cheese Goldfish all day, hands down. Final answer, man. All right, let's good. Cheez-Its taste slightly better, man. Cheez-Its. Yeah, I felt like I was gonna be alone on this one, man. I felt it. I felt it hard, man. When I was younger, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, it was all Cheez-Its all day. And I don't know what it is about Cheez-Its now, man. It's something about that fluffy, that fluffy crunch, man. Goldfish, man. Stop hating. Okay, my bad. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, man. I'm sorry. I'll be getting a little rate. We're professional today. Told you we got a show to get through. We timed, okay? Here we go. Ooh, okay. I see what we're doing with this one. Which would you rather choose? Eggo waffles or toaster strudels? Toaster strudels, easy. Like, I don't even see why Lego waffles even got put aside to this, man. Don't disrespect. And I know say Lego my ego and all that. Yo, don't disrespect the toaster strudel, man. Like, toaster strudel could cover breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. And brunch. You know what I'm saying? And whatever else you got in between, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got something else. It don't even matter. Toaster strudel, different flavors. You got, man, that little pouch do work, man. That little pouch do work with the icing. Don't sleep on that little pouch. You ain't even got to spread the icing on the toaster strudel. When you pull it out the toaster, that joint's so hot that if you spread it perfectly, it just breaks, man. Toaster strudels all day. I ain't trying to butter my waffle. The butter don't get on it right. I gotta, do it. No. Toaster strudels. And I think I'm gonna have the whole world on my side with that. Who disagrees? Final answer. Okay? Strudels overhyped. Eggos wins. Eggo waffles. Yo, I talk cash money. That's why you don't look at the chat, man. You got to be convinced, man. You got to go with your heart. Yeah, I go, hey, I don't care what y'all say, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ate Eggo waffles too, man. I put the butter on my crunch them and all that, man. Delicious. No. Okay. We are going with the damn toaster strudel. That's the final answer, damn it. Okay. Yo, everybody went against me, man. I thought I had the team, man. I was like, yeah, I got this one, bro. I got him this time, bro. I got him. I do, yo. I got him this time. Hell no, I ain't got him. You know what I'm saying? And that, y'all, is Choose Your Fate. Wonderful show, y'all. Little over an hour. Like I said, this is our first time-based show. I'll go ahead and put my headphones on. Our first time-based show. So we want to keep all our shows within an hour. The reason I'm going to be doing this is because typically we want to go live at 6 o'clock. I'm going to pull up the main one. Let me pull up the main cam. Excuse me. You know, typically we want to go live at 6 p.m. on Sundays. That is the time I want to go live going forward. That is why I want to have an hour show direct, and we want to go directly through it. Also, we are going to be putting this up again on the podcast formats. So Apple iTunes, it don't matter if it's Google Podcasts, no matter what it is, we will be putting this episode. This will be the first episode we're putting back up for this year. I actually, you know what? I'm going to see, I may just put up every episode for this year, but we are going to start it right now. So if you are a podcast listener, if you're on the road, maybe you just want to talk to Alexa or, you know, Google, anybody, you want to talk to them and say, hey, play the latest Nick Moses 05 Gaming Podcast. It will play that latest episode. So you don't even have to be here. You can be at home and you can still be able to listen to the episode. Maybe you're on the road and you just want to hear it or hear your input. You can do that. Outside of that, everybody, I'm gonna send a shout out. We're gonna bring in the man of the hour, the man who run the show, DJ C Money. I want to send a shout out, man. The bad player, Dominican. Hold on. Before I get to the shout outs, people with their games. Okay, I'm gonna get to it right now because that's a big discussion for all my Twitch heads. Ender, Juggernaut, Zig, Crag, Ab, Tasty, Bad Player, Phoenix, Jazz. Y'all all got games coming up. Okay. Had an issue while I was locked out, but I'm back. Okay. I was sick. Then I said I ain't doing it. Then I said I'm doing it. Then I got to it and realized I ain't got my security key no more. How I'm gonna get in? I got back in. I'm good. Okay. So now I got y'all. I named y'all. So y'all know y'all the ones with the games coming. We're gonna be live streaming games next. We have 4 total games to play. So we want to play those games every day next week. We want to do a live stream. So without further ado, let's bring in the man of the hour. DJ C Money. DJ C Money, what's popping, man?
Nick, what's up, man? How are you?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. How you doing, man? You feeling good, man? We got Valentine's Day around the corner, man. Should be love in the air, man. For those who don't know, DJ C Money, the man of the hour, the man that run the show.
Hold on.
Talk to me.
Chelsea.
Here's that shot. You see it? Hey, Chelsea in the chat, man. In the chat, man.
How are you, Chelsea?
Hey, I like that shirt, man. That's a little fly shirt you got on right there, man. I just peeped that.
Where's yours? I gotta go wear yours today.
Yo, dirty. I wore it for basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? I wore it for basketball. I got on just the black one. Actually, I might have another one close by, but it got some of the letters missing. You know, I got a couple of them, but when the letters missing and all that, I got to keep a fresh one. You know
I need a bigger size.
Yo, we need some new ones, man. The new ones, right? We got the new logo. We got everything else. We need some new ones, man.
Listen to the logo.
You ain't seen the new logo?
I don't think so.
Oh, man. I got to keep the new logo under wraps, man. I can't be showing that, man. That's under wraps, man. You know, somebody might take the logo, man. Now, we do got the video game debate shirts, which I don't know if you've seen the video game debates.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
You ain't seen the video game debates? That's actually our big logo. Okay, all right. We, you know what? I'll pull this
Why
one up,
are you
DJ C Money.
holding back on me, man? I'm
This is gonna be one. This is exclusive. I shouldn't be showing this now, okay? Because it's exclusive.
You
But
can
I'm gonna
trust
show
me.
this
You can
right now.
trust me.
Okay, here we go. This is the video game. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I might have to keep this one
What's
under
up,
wraps.
people in the chat? How are you guys?
Here we go. Okay, there we go. Business. I need my business pictures. All pictures. What my business pictures, man? Here we go. Here we go. I got it. All right.
Oh yeah.
Now this is
Nick,
video game debates. This is
Nick,
the actual logo.
Time out. Before you get to that, this is to a friend of mine. I thought this I love this in the chat, but she was born with cerebral palsy too. Her name is Nia. Do you see Nia in the chat?
She in the chat right now.
I don't know.
Well, big shout out to her, man. Everybody in the chat. If she is, tell her to burn it up, man. Put anything. It don't matter what it is.
She was born with cerebral palsy too.
Oh, okay, man. So she born too, and she's actually. So hold on. Is she on chat? That would be very nice, man, to have her on chat to be a part of the podcast, man. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, she's a good friend. She was born with cerebral palsy too. If you're in the chat, I want you to say something. This is my buddy Nick. I've known him for a while.
Yeah.
For a lifetime, really.
Yeah, you ain't lying a long time, bro.
I met him through my uncle. He's my uncle's son. One of them.
Yeah, you're right.
One of them, actually.
Yeah, one of them. Yo, this is the logo, man. Video game debates. This is gonna be on the shirts. So for those who don't know, I've actually it's supposed to be choose your fate video game debates. That's what we're gonna choose your fate is going to be. All right. So moving forward, there will be new artwork. It'll be choose your fate video game debates. So we're keeping choose your fate, but we're gonna have the video game debates with it. So this will be the logo moving forward. Okay, and we're gonna add choose your fate.
Hey, you know what? So I got an idea.
What's up?
You should take those faces off and put our face on it.
And have our faces on there. And you know what? The only reason I took my face and faces off, I took faces off because branding, marketing, right? You want everybody. It can be a little kid who is 5 years old. They might see you, me, and somebody else and not know, right? But that little kid who 5 might see Scorpion, Ryu, and Mario, or just see Mario and say so. So that's how you look at the marketing. So I took myself out of it.
Only Mario.
Yo, but I just had to show the logo. All right, just wanted to show the logo, but I ain't post. That's exclusive. Now let me go ahead and stop that.
That's sweet stuff, man.
How do I stop it, man? Why it ain't stopping the logo? Oh, my bad. That's on me.
That's some sweet stuff, dude.
There we go. Stop sharing. Okay. So you know now, DJ C Money, man. You know it's your time, man. It's your time. You the man of the hour. You know what you do this time, man. You usually take us out, man. You usually take us out with the hits, the bangers, the wangers.
I got something for you too, man.
Let's do it, man. DJ C Money running it, y'all.
Yo.
DJ C Money. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Bad Player, man, Petrix, Dominicana. Shout out my man Bernie. Shout out whoever else, Shane. Shout out Phoenix. Shout out Petrix John. Shout out Ab. Shout out Jazz. Shout out everybody, man. Take us out, DJ C Money. There you go. There you go.
Hold on.
Oh, snap. Here you go, y'all. Let me see. I'm a producer. I'm a producer now, man.
I'm not ready yet. Nick, hold on. Come back up, Nick.
He ain't ready yet, y'all. He's supposed to take us out. He ain't ready yet. He's setting us up. He's setting us up, yo, to take us out.
No, I had to get ready to be ready.
You're right about that. There you go. There you go. Now he got us. He got us good. Everybody, it's DJ C Money taking us out. Another week of Nick Moses 05 podcast. Check it out on your, on whatever you listen to your podcast to.
Oh, can I say something real quick? Nick.
Yeah, you still got it. You on. You live. You got it.
Can I say something real quick?
You got it, man. What you got to say?
I don't think I mentioned it yet.
What's that?
But, well, I think I did it about my uncle.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, please, y'all, we need prayers.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm doing it. Need to call me one day, Nick. And
Chop it up.
I'll explain it to you.
All right, cool. There we go. Let's get to it. DJ C Money, y'all. Take us out.
You guys ready for this? Yo. Everybody that watches, we want to thank you. God bless you. You can and anything else, but you chose to watch us. Wow! Shout out to everybody that is watching us. Shout out to my main man Nick. Memo 05, I see you, buddy. Shout out to Chesapeake. Shout out to the ladies! Yo, we are out of here. It's over and done with. Good night.
We out. You killed it, y'all. You killed that one, man.